This is Pastor Lauren Richmond. Welcome to Lead Me to the Rock, East Denver Bible Baptist Church. Today, this week, we're dealing with Esther, the grace to seize the moment. I read from Esther chapter 4, verse 14 last night. I'll read it again tonight. For if thou altogether holdest thy peace at this time, then shall their enlargement and deliverance arise to the Jews from another place. But thou and thy father's house shall be destroyed. And who knoweth whether thou art come to the kingdom for such a time as this? Circumstantial situations change in our lives, sometimes to our appreciation, sometimes not. But God uses all these things. The Bible says we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are called according to his purpose. I'm thinking of a couple times in my life, 1970, 71, running cross country at Cedarville College, looking forward to hopefully running 4 years there. Wanted to get a PE degree, and God chose to change that. Was unable to get the scholarship, couldn't afford to stay. God used that to take me to Baptist Bible College, Springfield, Missouri, where he called me into the ministry after being there. So that was a blessing in itself, not something that I had looked forward to. But I remember instead of having a scholarship, I had to work all the time. I was working at the feed mill in Springfield, and remember lifting those 100-pound bags all night. And certainly during that particular time, we had devotions in the feed mill, and God used that to call me to New York City. Eventually, I made the contact with Bob Adrian, went with him to Long Island, and it was a wonderful opportunity for me. God put me in that place at that time for such a time as that. I also recall that a number of years ago when we had first come to Colorado, I was working at Littleton Public Schools and hoped that would be a short stay there and get a chance to get back into ministry. As it turned out, I spent most of 23 years there, but at one point I was determined to leave, and I was working there and going right after work to Arvada to teach at Maranatha Christian Center, and had to work all night and then work during the day, and just wasn't able to do a good job at Maranatha, being so tired. And finally they told me, to my chagrin, this is not going to work out. You're better to not burn your bridge at the other job and stay there. And so I proceeded to do that. I was disappointed at the time, didn't understand what God was doing, but it worked out as it led me in another direction to eventually start East Denver Bible Baptist Church. And oftentimes God will not allow certain doors to open or close doors on us in order that he'll get us where he wants us to do what he wants us to do. So just be open to whatever it is that God has for you in your life. Understand this: God can use you and bless you if you just will be willing to go and do what it is that he has for you to do. God bless you, and have a wonderful night.